Welcome back to Play by Play. I'm your host, Michael Gaines, joined today again by Andre Monroe, Mitchell Brown. We also have a new member of our team, Sesay. And with that being said, we got a lot to get through, so let's get started. First, we'd like to give a shout out to the football team. Earlier this year, they won the Rose Bowl, and Ish was there at the Rose Bowl, so he's going to talk about it a little bit for us.
Yeah, being at the Rose Bowl was pretty nice. Being down there in LA for a week. Rained for like most of the week, but it was cool getting there, winning the whole thing, and being on the field and just seeing all like the fans and the players getting ready to go, get the trophy, take it out there. It was pretty surreal experience, so pretty good.
Awesome, love that for you. Next, we're going to get straight to the Super Bowl. We got the Eagles versus the Chiefs coming up next Sunday, and I'm pretty excited for the game. I think it's going to be a great game. I want to hear what y'all think about the game. What are y'all predictions? I need winners, losers, MVP, all that.
Man, you know the Eagles is taking it all the way. I don't even know why we having this conversation. Listen, Jalen Hurts proved everybody wrong. Let's be real. Everybody for years was talking like, oh, he can't do this, he can't do that. We have the weapons, we have the power. Patrick Mahomes, he good, but he's not good enough to beat this Eagles team. I'm convinced. I'm sorry.
We're talking about Patrick Mahomes, who have made the Final Four his entire career. He hasn't had 1 year where he hasn't made the divisional round, AFC conference, or the Super Bowl.
Don't forget, Patrick Mahomes is already a Super Bowl MVP.
Mitchell.
I hear y'all. Patrick Mahomes is a guy, but look at his roster and look at the Eagles roster.
Facts.
Stacked. O-line, stacked. D-line, stacked.
You're talking about the Chiefs roster
I'm
stuff?
talking about the Eagles roster.
Oh, yeah, of course.
The one thing I'll say the Chiefs have is the tight end. Travis Kelce, he's that guy. He's that guy. He's him. I'll take him over Dallas. But the roster that the Eagles have, it's unbelievable. And the Chiefs O-line is going to have a big night against the Eagles.
Just a reminder, with that roster, the Chiefs were 14-3 this year and kind of ran through the playoffs. So
the Eagles.
Well, I want to remind you, Ish and Mitchell, a couple years ago, 49ers versus Chiefs, 49ers had a stacked roster too. But when it came down to it, what mattered? The quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, Super Bowl MVP, reigning MVP. So that's going to be the difference, in my opinion, in the Super Bowl. And if I'm taking Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes, it's Patrick Mahomes all day.
I mean, yeah, experience is cool. Okay.
It's not just experience. It's not just experience.
Experience is okay. But right now, the Eagles are the underdogs. And we've talked the talk and walked the walk. So you can have the experience, you can have everything, but all my money is on the Eagles because we simply are hungrier and we have, like, as you said, we don't have the experience, so we're more hungry and more consistent. Like, if you take the interceptions, for example, right now, Jalen Hurts has only thrown 6 interceptions the entire season. He's been consistent. The mark's been hitting. Like, you going to take A.J. Brown or Juju Smith-Schuster?
A.J. Brown.
Exactly. We have the running backs. We have the wide receivers. You see the O-line. Jason Kelce is holding us down. We just not going to lose. I'm convinced.
one thing a lot of people have said about the Eagles this year is they played a soft schedule. They haven't played a lot of tough teams. And even the playoffs, like, their hardest game was going to be the 49ers, and the quarterback goes down on the first or second play of the game for the 49ers. They don't throw the ball the rest of the game. How much of a factor do you think that's going to play into the Super Bowl, where I assume Patrick Mahomes is going to play all 4 quarters? That's going to be the Eagles' first, in my opinion, real challenge all year.
Is that the Eagles' fault about who they play? Do
No,
they make the
I
schedule?
feel you. It's not
Do
their
they
fault.
Make the schedule?
But we haven't seen them really tested this year. And when we have, in the few games where they played some good teams, when they played the Cowboys Christmas Eve, they took that L.
I said that earlier. No one wanted to listen to me. The Eagles are not battle tested. And the Chiefs, they've been through it all. They've been to the Super Bowl a couple times. They've been to the playoffs a couple times. They are battle tested. Eagles, Jalen Hurts, only in his second year. I mean, it's cause for concern.
In my opinion, and I've said this multiple times to y'all, there is no such thing as an easy lineup in the NFL. Everybody in the NFL is in there for a reason. Every team on any given Sunday, any given Monday, any given Thursday can beat a team. So,
to be fair,
we just ran through the teams. That's not our fault.
To be fair, you put me in at quarterback, and I'm probably winning against Josh Johnson, whatever his name is, or Brock Purdy.
Gardner Minshew against the Saints? Did you see those
He
two
did okay.
games?
He did okay.
He did okay
He did
against
okay.
the Saints?
He did
Against those sorry Saints?
He did okay.
No.
In my opinion, he did okay.
No.
He did okay.
Jalen is-
I love Jalen Hurts. I love Jalen Hurts. Great quarterback. But he's not Patrick Mahomes. He's not even a shell of Patrick Mahomes, if we're being honest.
But look at the roster. You can have the roster and all you want. You can have the receivers and the tight ends and the O-line, D-line, but it's all about who can execute at the quarterback. And Jalen Hurts is that guy.
So I'm going to need some predictions. I need score, winner, and MVP. Let's start down there and work our way this way.
I think it's going to be a close game. I say Eagles taking it by 7.
MVP?
Jalen Hurts, of course.
Ish.
I'm gonna have a score. I'm gonna say 37-34 Eagles. I'm gonna say AJ Brown go get it. Go
Okay.
get MVP.
I'm going to take the Chiefs. I would love to see the Eagles win because I'm an Eagles fan. But I'm going to take the Chiefs. I'm going to say 34-31. Chiefs win.
How dare you?
Okay.
Patrick
Eagles
Mahomes,
fan.
Super Bowl MVP.
How dare you?
For what it's worth, I'm taking the Chiefs 41-24. Patrick Mahomes, Super Bowl MVP. Let's move on to basketball. We got the All-Star Game starters that were announced last week. Currently in the West, it's Jokic, Curry, Zion, Luka, and LeBron. And in the East, it's Donovan Mitchell, Kyrie, KD, Tatum, and Antetokounmpo. For anyone that does not know, the two highest vote getters, I think it's Antetokounmpo and LeBron, will be drafting their teams in a week or two when they announce the reserves. Do you guys think that anybody was snubbed from the starting roster? Or is there anyone that should have been on there? Is there anyone on the roster that should not be on there?
I'll start, and I want the camera on me. Where's the camera? I want camera number 1 on me right now because when is Joel Embiid going to get his respect? When is Joel Embiid going to get his respect? And I have a bone to pick with NBA fans because if you don't know, the All-Star vote is contained of the media vote, fan vote, and player vote. And with the player vote, Joel Embiid would have been a starter. With the fan vote, he would not have been a starter. And with the media vote, he would have been a starter. So the only thing that prevented Joel Embiid from being in the All-Star game as a starter are fans. What's up with that? What's up with that? Joel Embiid is one of the best players in the NBA, and he's not respected by fans, and I have an issue with that, if I may be honest.
Well, I kind of agree with you with that. But if you look at the 3 players, Embiid, who you gonna take out? Are you gonna take out?
I'm
Giannis?
taking out Giannis right now.
I can hear you on that.
Get on the bench
If
right
you look
now.
at his, on,
MVP, Giannis?
I don't know if
I don't
I'm
know about
taking
this
out
year.
Giannis.
I don't know about this year.
I'll take out Jason Tatum, honestly. I'm taking out Jason Tatum.
No, I don't know
I'm
about
taking
that.
out
Whoa,
Jason
no, no,
Tatum.
no, no, no,
Yeah.
no, 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 no.
I'm taking out Jason
JT and the Celtics were going crazy beginning of the season. They're
Yeah.
still number 1 in the East.
If you look at the numbers in terms of the East All-Star starters, Joel Embiid is the leading scorer in the league right now. The only person averaging more rebounds than him is Giannis, and he's tied in a 3-way tie for assists. You look at the numbers, you look at how he's been playing, you see the game against Jokic.
Oh my
Why is
God.
Joel not starting? That doesn't make any sense.
But why? Who are you taking out? Giannis, you said? Why over Giannis?
I'm taking out Giannis because Giannis, yes, he's the radiant MVP or MVP before, but he's not been showing that this season. I mean, he just put up 7 points. When's the last time Joel Embiid put up 7 points or under 10 points? Joel Embiid has a streak of over 100 games with 10-plus points.
I've seen Joel disappoint a lot of people though in the past. But
Yeah,
Well,
this-
Embiid,
these past couple
Embiid
games,
just
I'll
cooked
do that.
Jokic. Embiid just cooked y'all MVP. That's not my MVP though.
That's not your MVP?
That's not my MVP.
Vertical, but this is why I always say that to get rid of like the whole like original format, like guard, center, forward, just have like the top players.
I
in the
agree.
league.
I agree.
Because
Okay.
honestly, it should be Giannis, Embiid, KD, Tatum, and then whoever else.
So I know you had a problem with Kyrie on the list. Let's get into that real quick, and quickly because we got to get to the reserves. So talk to me about Kyrie.
Man, I just feel like Kyrie, like he's doing a good job, but I don't think this is the all-star starter. He's a good reserve. I will give him that. But in all honesty, like I would take out Jason Tatum, but if Jason Tatum is staying, I would put Kyrie out and I would put Jaylen Brown with him.
Okay, that's fair. I'm gonna give y'all a list of names of some reserves. These guys are all fringe all-stars. Y'all tell me if they're going to make the all-star game or not. Jalen Brunson.
I think so.
He's
I
been
can see
he's
I
been
think
balling.
so.
in
He's
the
been
league.
balling.
Jimmy Butler.
Nah, I can't. No, I
No.
don't see that. Nah.
Paul George.
Yes, barely. Yes, barely.
He
He's
might
been
be
sitting
the
out
last.
games.
He might be the last to be picked up off the board.
Devin Booker.
No.
No, he's missed too much time.
Devin
he missed
Booker?
way too
No.
much time.
Yeah.
He
No.
balls whenever he's on the court, but he missed too much time.
He's missed a street close this season, and so is Anthony Davis. And I know Anthony Davis is on that list, and he should not be a starter.
DeRozan.
No.
I'm gonna say yes.
Shy.
Why?
Of course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
Josh should be a starter.
30 points per game.
Is Shy starting? Who are you taking out? Steph.
Yes.
Okay. Should Ja be a starter? John Morant.
It's arguable, but I'm kind of leaning towards no.
Okay.
I'm not taking him out over Luka. I'm not doing that.
Me either. I agree with you.
I agree.
Okay. Do we have a MVP for the All-Star game? Anybody we think?
The GOAT, Bron.
Bron's not the GOAT.
LeBron.
But
Bron's
he's
not the
low-key.
GOAT.
Bron's not the GOAT.
But that's a conversation for a different day.
I'm going to say
Ish.
Donovan Mitchell because it's in
Donovan
Utah.
Mitchell. Okay. All right. Well, that's all we got for Cultural Central tonight. I'm Michael Gaines, your host. Thank you for watching.